Hey guys, what's going on? This is Eurymachus, and today I've got another wonderful weapon for you guys, the AT-22. Now, the first thing I have to say about this gun is that it is an NX rare weapon, so it can only be gotten from the mist crap cases. Now, I played with it for a little bit, and the first thing I want to say about it is that it's not worth it. It's not worth it. Don't worry, it's not worth it. Alright guys, it's just not worth it. I'm excuse me. I'm beginning to see a kind of a trend with Nexon's new guns. I haven't really found a noteworthy gun. I think that the last gun that they released that I've used that's actually good, in my opinion, is the XM8 and the customization stuff. Other than that, every single other weapon that they've released, I found them to be, seriously pieces of crap. Yeah, there we go. Alright, so, the AT-22, oh yeah, first of all, this is courtesy of Terminator 13. Thank you very much for dying for me so I could review this weapon. Alright, so the power, it's got a damage rating of 42. I don't think that's true. I found it's a little bit stronger than the M416, but it's still not a 3-shot kill. It's never going to be a 3-shot kill except to the back. It's a medium to strong 4-shot kill, but it's almost like you can't really tell the difference between this and the M416. Alright, so the portability 68, rate of fire 76, accuracy 81, and recoil 63. Now first of all, the recoil, it says that it has the same amount of recoil as the M416, when in fact it does not. The M416 has lower recoil than this one. Now another thing that I saw when I was doing recoil tests, maybe this is, this gun, it has a better recoil pattern when it's scoped in than when it's hip fired. I think this is the first time I've actually noticed that, but it has a much better pattern. I'll show you that in the recoil test at the end. Alright, so the AT-22 comes with no attachments whatsoever. So Terminator 13 put the ACOG TA1 scope on it, which is awesome. ACOGs are good. Alright, and you can put whatever scope you want. You can put a silencer, and you can put whatever kind of magazine you want on this weapon. Alright, so this weapon has incredibly tight spread. When I mean spread, I mean like the size of the crosshairs. I found it to be really small, and that's a really good plus. It's about the same size as the M416, but you're really not going to notice that as much if you're going to be bunny hopping around, which is what I normally do. But a lot of times when I'm using this in close quarters, since it has fairly low recoil, but you can't really spray it as much to the extent that you can spray an M416. Like, after the second or third bullet, it starts going diagonal, and then it all just goes to hell. So you're going to want to burst this in 3 to 4 shots, and maybe you can get some nice kills with that. Alright, so when you are hip firing, the first 2 shots go straight up, and then when you're scoped in, the first 3 shots go straight up. So if you're scoping in, usually you can try to get a headshot just at medium ranges. Alright, so that's pretty much all I have to say about this weapon. It's really average. There's no noticeable damage drop off. The kick ratio, which is kind of like how the gun jerks, kind of like your screen jerks when you shoot, is pretty much the same as all of them. Like, the only one, I'm just gonna say this now, the only weapon that I find to have a fairly bad kick ratio, not a kick ratio, like a kick, like, I guess you can call that stabilizer or whatever. I found the G36KE, the AK and the AK-47 series, and the AK-103, but not the AK-74. So yeah, that's just what I mean by that. So the kick is relatively average, so there's no problem with that. Now, don't get kick confused with recoil. Recoil is the difference between the first shot and the second shot while going fully automatic. Now, in terms of tap firing, I'm going to show you that later. It's really straightforward. Tap firing is no problem whatsoever. Goes straight up, which is actually pretty good, actually. So that's pretty much all I have to say about this weapon. Alright, so you guys would not believe the amount of luck I had when I got into this game. I didn't find any hackers at all. That's unbelievable. No hackers whatsoever. I just kicked some people because they didn't follow my rules, because I really hate RPGs. And then, but later on in the I think I spoke too soon. Later on in the game, I found someone that was doing the wasn't really a hack, it's a mod. You know the mod where you can, it has unlimited law? It's like it's basically like you mod the law so that it looks like a knife, and knife has unlimited ammo, so it has a really fast fire rate and it has unlimited ammunition. I don't know if that's a hack, but that's definitely a mod. So I did have to kick that guy. And I don't allow RPGs or laws in my rooms anyway, so it doesn't matter. Alright, so also, the Christmas sales that Nexon put out are complete shit. The only thing that I actually feel like it's kind of worth it is maybe Max. It's 100k GP. You guys might not have enough, but Nexon has just been like giving away GP with those the new improved rates that they put out for us. Look at it. Terminator 13 just keeps lagging into this wall. I'm surprised he didn't teleport into the ocean and just die. Nexon fails. Alright, so, and I'm going to be putting up, actually I just put up my StarCraft 2 video. Please tell me what you think about that. There's going to be a link in the description below. I want to do more StarCraft 2 videos. It's a very fun game. It's an RTS and it requires a tremendous amount of skill. Like the only kind of luck that is incorporated in that game is like, oh my gosh, I hope you didn't go detectors, crossing your fingers and you go DT rush or Raven, not Raven, Banshee rush, or is it Banshees? That's what it's called. It's called Banshees. So that's pretty much it, and everything else is either skill or this guy didn't harass you and you got off all karinkydink. Good for you. Alright, so that's really all I have to say about this weapon. I don't even think you can get this weapon anymore because it was in one of the old Mist cases. The Mist is 2K. It was in the Mist India. Actually, you can now because there's a Christmas sale for all the Mist cases, but it will be gone soon. But you're really not missing out on anything if you're getting this. Now, in terms, and there's one more thing I haven't talked about: the portability. Now, the portability, it does not feel that fast, but it's actually not. It doesn't feel that slow. It feels a little bit slower than the M416 CQB. But it's pretty much on par with the M416, and it is faster than the G36 and the AK-47. And it's a tiny bit faster than the AK-74M. You're really not going to notice it that much, but it's still pretty heavy since it is an assault rifle, so you might want to switch to like a submachine gun or a pistol or a knife. Alright, so that's pretty much all I have to say about this weapon. If you enjoyed this review, please be sure to write some of that love mail. And as you can see right here, I'm still tap firing because and that was a fail. I'm still tap firing at that range because its recoil can really get out of hand, and even though the spread is tight, the recoil is pretty bad actually. So you still want to be careful nevertheless. And watch this. Wow wow wow. He says WTF and I go pwned in the butthole. Alright, so thanks very much for watching, and yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say about this gun. I did fairly well in this game. I think I could have done better actually, but I played really Rambo style. A lot of times I only do that when I'm using a submachine gun. A lot of my gun encounters are close range, and I have to run it a lot of times. And I mean, this team was not terrible, but they weren't good per se. Alright, so coming up to that recoil test. So there's like 7 kills left. Yeah, oh yeah, so please leave a comment below. Tell me what you'd like me to do better. I know there's a couple people out there that don't really like my Modern Warfare 3 videos, so I won't really be posting that up as much as I was before. Yeah. Alright, so on to the recoil test. Alright, as you can see, first 2 bullets like that, then after the second bullet it all goes to shit. Now this is crouching, so as you can see the first 4 bullets are straight up and the 5th one starts going diagonal, and you can see the tap firing. Pretty nice for tap firing. It has an okay spread recovery. Alright, so this is usually what I recommend you to do. Burst when you're in medium ranges and you should do fine. Just burst like 2 to 3 shots and you will do just fine. Alright guys, thanks for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed and have a nice day and a wonderful holiday. Peace.